What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Balls and Shots, episode 174. You got myself, Law 700, and you got Ant the Great One. What's going on, Ant?
What's good with you, bro? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Life is good, no complaints. We in the second half of the year. We in July.
Already, this shit crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Already,
yeah.
like I'm
This
already
year.
thinking about Christmas shopping.
Yeah. Christmas shopping, winter time. The next school year, it's time waits for nobody, but we're seeing that more than ever. I don't know what it is that we got going on just in this world, but it just seems like everything is just sped up already. Halfway
Word.
through the year, we in July, so it is what it is, man. How's your mental health? How's everything?
I'm saying, you know how it is when you're young. These summer breaks go by mad long. I'm saying now, this half a year go by. I feel like a month, 2 months type shit. Like it was just yesterday when it was my daughter and my son's birthday in February. Now it's just July. Like it's crazy,
I don't even
bro.
remember January, nothing like that. That's the spooky part. That's how quickly it
Word.
went. It's just like it's just been a year of 2023. So it is what it is.
No raw albums, no raw hip hop
None.
albums.
Well,
Like it's the 50th year hip hop, and we ain't get a raw hip hop album.
because artists are selfish, to be honest with you, and I don't blame them for being type selfish,
Yet. Like
but
I'm upset.
um, we're
Pause.
kind of we're kind of like getting clearer and clearer away from COVID, and people have money to make now. Like it's about touring,
Right.
it's about taking the catalog you already got and making the best of it. So I get it, but artists are being selfish because they know what they should be doing right now. But I mean, what's the point? I make my money on the road. We haven't been able to be on the road for quite some time, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's just on the road. Like us. Hey, we going to the matter
Yeah.
of fact, let's talk about it. You can catch your boys,
Let's
balls and
talk
shots
about
at
it.
the 50 Cent concert coming up in Camden, New Jersey. We in the building.
The final lap.
There.
I think it's called the final lap. I think this one of 50 last tours and shit. I think this is him saying goodbye to music for real, for real. Now, man, yeah, we catching it. He gonna be on the East Coast like in August. He gonna be in Barclays like 2 nights before he coming to Camden, and we gonna see him in Camden at the Freedom Mortgage Pavilion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we gonna be in there, because what's the point of making new music when I already got a catalog that a lot of people can't mess with? Classic bodies of work. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to be in the building and celebrate good music. With 50 Cent. Me and the Great One gonna be there.
Buster.
Oh, yeah. Also, like we touched on a few weeks ago, I'm definitely going to the Wu-Tang Nas show. Definitely going to do that. Got to do that.
That's the AC, right?
Yep, I'm going to one AC. Yep. I'll take that trip. I think it's a Friday. Might stay down there. Just might do that.
I might have to be in the building for that, man. That's like what, September? Yeah, I might
Yeah,
have to go to that, man. I
yeah.
said I wasn't going to do it because of the every October in AC they had the first weekend they have the comedy tour, the comedy festival, whatever. So I was going to go to that, but yeah, I might have to make that Nas Wu-Tang concert, man. I might have to go to that. I
Yeah,
need
let's
to
make
make it.
that happen. So let's get into it before I forget. Last week I want to clear up some things. Honestly, I do. Um, in the midst of competitive nature and being competitive in hip hop, we might have said some things that people took the wrong way when it came to us saying,
Okay,
"Hey, Jim, you go. Jim, you did it. You responded, and we like your response." In no
he
way,
didn't win.
he didn't. He did. In no way, shape, or form do we say he won the battle, or we said it's Pusha's turn. Pusha got it. What
Mhm.
you got next? But we ain't say that Jimmy is the better artist, the better rapper, the better songwriter. We never said none of that. We just said we liked how Jimmy went. How Pusha was like, where was that in Paris? It was somewhere. He was in
Paris, yeah,
Paris, and Jimmy was on the block. It's the perfect way to answer it.
yeah,
That's all we were saying, fam. We were
right,
not saying.
right.
I had people on TikTok and social media saying, "Name me 20 Jim songs." Like, bro, it's not what
It's killing me. I ain't even respond, bro. I didn't even want to get into that, bro. Because
Casino, right?
really good. Yeah, they was going there like you was really like choosing Jim or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like again, I think what people got misconstrued is that they thought we were saying, "Oh, Jimmy is killing this dude." Like he got him on the ropes. Like, nah, it was a great response, and I like the energy behind the response. But Y'all, if y'all know me and y'all been listening to this pod and watch this pod, y'all know I'm not a Jim fan, bro. Y'all know that's not my guy. Like, you know what I mean? But I gotta give props to where props is due. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Roland in the chat. Roland, we got you, baby. You said you want to talk about the top 10 groups. We ain't get there yet. Hold your horses.
Yeah, we it's coming.
It's
It's
coming.
coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
Shout
It's
out
the
to
next
Roland.
topic. It's the next topic for sure, but we just got to clear some stuff up. Stuff up we talked about last week. Now I did say I had Jim winning in the verses 18-2. I did, and I said that is because Jimmy has more of the DJ friendly records. That's what I was saying. Now, if you think Pusha can go up on stage and battle Jim with 20 coke driven records that are dope, fine. If you think Pusha can beat Jimmy 20-0, fine, bro. I think we debate too much, and I think we get real disrespectful with debates. Like we're stupid and you don't know nothing. In my mind, if I throw my DJ cap on, and we had a professional DJ on here last week who said I would rather play, like if I'm at a party and I'm DJing, Jim Jones is going to go crazy over Pusha.
I think he got, like we said, he got more records, more DJ friendly records, more records that we can like vibe to in a party kind of setting. You know what I'm saying? Like I think people got it mixed up. Like we thinking this dude can out rap Pusha. I don't think so. I don't think he can out rap Pusha at all. Like, you know what I mean?
So real quick, I sent you a song that I had a feeling might be a little AI-ish. Turns out that it was AI-ish. Man, in fact, it was 100%.
It was AI?
That wasn't no real record, fam. If that was a
Okay,
real disc,
right.
we would have heard. We ain't really hear nothing. You get what I'm saying? We didn't really, like, that can't be the reply, because if that is his reply, he lost. Because nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, he gotta do better. Yeah, he gotta do better.
I
don't really think a lot of people heard it.
But that's what I'm saying. It can't be the reply if it goes on deaf ears. I'm not dropping a reply record that nobody's going to hear. You lose. That's the point. If that's if I'm Pusha, I'm blaming it on the AI. If that's my record, now that wasn't me.
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Yeah. Ugh.
And that makes it very spooky in music. If anybody, an AI, can just make a diss record to somebody, game's over. I think that there needs to be boundaries. Somewhere, especially when it comes to diss records, fam. Like you're gonna take these artists' records, because basically you can't really you can profit off the diss records, but it's not technically a song. You understand? So
like back to back.
Yeah, back to back was a song. Was that? But that wasn't on the album, though. But that wasn't on the album.
But it got Grammy nominated. That's the funny part about the whole shit. It got Grammy nominated, bro. Like that's crazy.
That's how you lose. That's how you push it. Me came with the Undertaker joint, fan. You lost.
Fan.
Pusha is on the clock. And before he answers the bell, we had some words from Mr. Cameron, which I think he was replying to the AI version song. Because in the AI version song, he mentioned Cameron and he also played the audio. Well, I can't say he. Whoever created that song created the audio, added the audio of Cameron dissing Jim. And Cam said, "Listen, bro, keep me out of it. Don't add me. Don't say nothing." Do you think though this kind of handicaps Push? Because when Push does respond, he has to say something.
For the simple fact that I think he wrong. For the simple fact that when Jim Martin, he said his brother on coke, all type of shit. You know what I mean? Talking about shot. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I throw a shot at the whole camp? Like, I would.
Well, because Malice didn't say don't keep my name out your mouth.
I'm saying though, in the first diss record we heard from Push, we didn't hear nobody name. It was subliminal shots, but we knew they was coming at Jim, right? In Jim's response, he had Malice in the diss record. He threw Malice's name in there, said the boy looked like he on coke, all type of shit. So if I'm Push, why wouldn't I throw a shot at the Dipset?
Okay, I'm just saying. Just saying.
I'm just saying, like, if I'm Push, why wouldn't I? You done brought my brother in here. He's saved, born again. He don't got nothing to do with nothing. Get what I'm saying?
Because the conversation that people are trying to paint is Jim is about that life and Pusha is not. So if Pusha cross boundaries,
I agree with that.
Okay,
I agree with that. I agree. If it come to that part of the, like, if it come turn into a beef, nah, I don't think Push wants that kind of. I mean,
And
But
I'll
on
be honest with
rap
you.
shit,
Oh,
now I'm just saying on some rap shit. Know what I mean? It's fun. It's cool. Like I'm here for it.
I'll be honest with you. It wouldn't benefit Jim if it went street because Pusha is surrounded himself by some important people. And if Jim wants to elevate, which you think he does eventually, you know, his affiliation with Rock Nation and things like that, Pusha is always around important people. Like
Right.
you gonna send the Goonie Goon Goons when he with Pharrell? That's not gonna end well for
Will
you.
already told you he telling, bro. He already told
Oh,
niggas he's telling. So,
yeah, that too. That part
just be
too.
smart, bro. Be smart, bro. Be smart, bro. Just saying.
So you're not gonna send the Goonie Goon Goons to Pusha when he with Pharrell, when he in Paris, when he with Jay. So it's a lose-lose for Jim to be tough in this manner, to be street in this manner because of the people that Pusha associates himself with. I'm always around some people that could stop you from eating, basically.
I think long as it stay rap, man, long as it stay on wax and it stay there, like we good. Like, you know what I'm saying? First of all, nobody wants to see a 45-year-old dude still talking about all this in the hood shit. Like, come on, bro. You got 20 years of that, bro. Where's the elevation? Number one. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like
I
for
mean,
me. I mean,
Pusha is still talking coke though. He don't got
I
records
mean, I
out.
mean, I mean, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, bro. You know, at some point, niggas got to grow up, man. Especially Jim, because he done been in a position where he didn't had executive positions and were at Warner when he was hot. When he first got hot, they had him up at Warner as an exec, and he couldn't do it because he was too street, too hood. Like people was uncomfortable in certain situations, in certain spaces with him. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well,
like I said, at some point, where's the elevation? I
for
mean,
me, it's kind of like, and to keep it on Dipset, it's kind of like what Cameron is doing. I don't really think there's and I said this about 50 Cent. I don't think there's an avenue for non-controversial rap, or they would do it. What Cameron is doing, because he said, listen, keep me out of it, but I'm not a rapper. I'm sticking with my TV show. These guys have
right,
to rebrand themselves into something different. Like, you know, you can just go do like a cooking show. You can do something to where, hey, listen, all I got to deliver is gangster rap. I don't know nothing else. For Jimmy to still be rapping, and it's just like his biggest avenue, yes, that's his problem. But he has to rap as if he's still one of them boys because
now I get it.
there's
I
no
get it.
other avenue for rappers. Like nobody cares about the positive stuff.
This is what I'm saying though. Jim at the same time, he's Mr. Drip. Go get in the fashion game. You know what I'm saying? Do some other shit. Like you the king of drip, right? You know what I mean? You get drippy. Do some fashion shit. He got the weather report and shit that he do on Revolt TV. That's dope. You know what I mean? Like expand upon that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just gonna keep it 100. Like, bitch, like we like this is not going to end well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't see a win for either one of these dudes. Like at the end of the day, who's the winner? Who's gonna
Absolutely,
win?
you're absolutely correct. Like you see the balance of power when it comes to Pusha and Drake. Even Pusha and Wayne made sense, right? Because it's like
Right,
Pusha can get some type of rub off one of them. Either I'm gonna get a rub off
right,
Wayne. It's like when they talk about wrestling, like we got to put this person over. Wayne can put Pusha over. This
right.
and Drake can put Pusha over. This Jim Jones Pusha thing does nothing for either one of them. Jim Jones does not make the top
If it
10.
does do anything for, it'll help Jim more than it help Push though. You get what I'm saying? It'll help
It
Jim.
allows us, it allowed us already. I think that what it gave Jim was we didn't think he had this punch back. Let's be honest. So whatever it was going to
Right,
give him, it gave him. We was hyped that Jim. That's why we gave Jim points. It's kind of like Ether and Takeover. We didn't think Nas was going to come at Ether, but he did. So we go, whoa, it's pretty good. We didn't know it was coming. So when
right.
Jim does,
Kind
yeah. So when Jim does his disc record, we go, well, didn't know you had it in you. Points to you.
right.
Doesn't matter if it's good or not. We appreciate you fighting back because that's what.
And how he did it. He in the hood. It was real hip hop. Like he in the hood with a microphone in the streets, like with his mans in them. I like that. I was here for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, anything other than that, if he would have did a whole video, drip down, all his jewels on something, I probably would have been like, bro, like, you know
So
what I'm saying? But in the manner in which he punched back, I was here for that, bro.
let me read this comment from Roland. We're gonna get rolling on in a second. We're gonna get to the top 20, but
Yeah.
he on fire. I feel Cam, but that's a cop out. If Pusha calls you out, get in the booth over the weekend and go back to your show. LL and Latifah did it. I'm not necessarily saying he's going to diss Cam. What the diss record was supposed to be was him showing the dysfunction between him and Cam, like showing Cam in the bright light, and Jimmy is the problem somewhere. So it's not about dissing Cam. It's about showing the dysfunction between Cam and Jim. And all Cam said is leave me out of it because me and Jim are cool. So it's not. So if he mentioned Cam, it's not on a diss. It's like, yo, your man's and then your other man. So that's all.
Right. Then it was AI. And then it was AI at the same time. I didn't know it was AI.
It wasn't even real.
And then it was just a clip. Remember when it was the clip of when after Jimmy was just like, yo, I had niggas on America's Most Wanted and all this other shit. And then Cam did the Instagram live the very next day off the blue robe and shit, you know what I mean, in his dining room. So it was that clip from that when he was like, this nigga always crying. Like, you look at that, like, it was that kind of that thing. Basically showing Jim is an emotional dude and shit, which he's already said himself. He's an emotional guy. I mean, but shout out to them. I hope it stay hip hop. I hope it stay rap. I mean, I don't want to see niggas getting punched on and all. I like niggas is too old for all that scuffling and all that. Like,
I feel like it's over. It's over, fam. I don't see this going nowhere. Like, this is not a Drake versus Pusha where we want to see their response. Like, this is not nothing where we know there's lyrical warfare somewhere going on somewhere. I don't see this happening. I don't see this being good for any of them. Pusha don't need it. Like, Pusha doesn't get a rub, and Jim don't get a rub. Somebody like Jay-Z and Nas, we know what that was about. That had to happen. Any other battle that you saw, they either had to happen for supremacy or there's a tug of war somewhere. What are they fighting over? What are they fighting over? I'm top 50, you not. It's not going to change.
Exactly. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of.
What are we fighting for?
If you push, definitely, you know what I mean, throw your shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand it. I understand where it all came from. As a man, you gotta respond. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if you in certain spaces, like you said, Push this. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about what you think, Jim. I'm over here in Paris doing a motherfucking fashion show. Like, why am I thinking about what you think? Like,
yep, I agree. Let me send this link to Roland real quick. Get him on here.
So it's a lot. So moving forward, you know what I'm saying? Since we getting rolling on, we about to touch on a subject that we've been talking about for a couple weeks now. And at first it was the top hip hop crews of all time, right? So
let's talk about that real quick.
You know,
let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
Because
shout out to Death Row again. So
we got off the pod, they didn't announce the winner, and I was on the pod saying that I didn't care about who won, but I was a liar. I do care about who won because it doesn't make sense for this shit,
right?
Right. And me and you went back and forth. Me and you went back and forth on what we thought as far as crew goes. So I can't wait for Roland to jump on. I sent him the link, and I want to get his opinion on it.
Right.
Death Row wins best hip hop crew of all times. Name wise, I get it, fam. There is no, they have the biggest names in hip hop history combined. Which is kind of why I thought Young Money would smoke their boots because Wayne, Drake, Nicki. But they got Dre, Snoop, Pac. And their supporting cast was incredible. Nate Dogg, fam, the greatest hook singer of all time. Mm-hmm. There's not a hook he ever did where Lady Array, the Dog Pound. They came to New York and kicked over buildings. Death Row was iconic. My only problem is I just never really seen them all together in units, right?
Right.
The story has
outside of like, good.
Like, story has it, Dre, Suge, and they had Snoop. So you have tons of pictures of Dre and Snoop because we know they work together, right? Dog Pound comes. They're not even on Universal Death Row. They're on like Death Row Priority or something like that. But those are Snoop's cousins. So you're always going to see them together. I get it. Pac came, and that's all kind of Suge cared about. You never saw the unity when Pac got there. It was kind of like Death Row was just Pac. There was Lady Rage didn't drop. Snoop Dogg. People don't want to talk about this, but that follow up, that Doggy Father, whatever that follow up to Doggy Style,
yeah, it went platinum, but it didn't hit though.
You don't go from 800,000 in your first week to selling 1 million. Period.
Right.
And meanwhile, All Eyes on Me is doing 5 million. You get what I'm saying? So you know where the energy went. I'm not even going to put energy into Snoop's second project because I don't care. Dre's gone, doing been there, done that. Don't care. I got Tupac. I don't care. So for me, this was never like a unit. It's never like a group. It was a label ran by Suge who did what's best for business. But they won.
Okay.
You can't argue with the names. It is what it is. So hats off to Death Row. Now let's get into the groups of all time. You want to take it away?
So, Billboard being the astute publication that they are, they puts out the 50 top hip hop groups of all time, right? So from that, they put a top 20 list up. I'm about to share right now. You know what I mean? Give me a sec. Can you see this?
Absolutely.
Oh,
let's hide it real quick. Where we at?
You see? Hold on, let me bring it back. Bring that back. Boom, boom. This ain't the one. But this the Billboard joint. This ain't the one though, but I got the other list right here. Hold on a sec, bro. Let me pull this up. So let me share this.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Naquan. He said when Pac got there and Suge seen his work ethic, he said he didn't need the rest. So what crew is it? I'm telling you, it's not a crew. But they won. They won. I'm not a hater.
Okay, Spider. So he go to. I think I shared the list of the top 20 they got up there, and people was losing their mind off this top 20, bro. I know I was. You know what I'm saying? First of all, to not have the LOX in the top 20 for me, my bias may be out there. It's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just their longevity alone should have them at least in the top 20, man.
Bias.
For me. The Mob ain't in the top 20. But you got UGK in the top 20. No shot. I mean, they did a lot. But, you got motherfucking. Oh, the Mob is in the top 20. I see him. Then you got Migos in the top 10 almost. They number 11. Right behind Grandmaster Flash in them. Like,
you don't like me?
A lot of people was upset with this list. I mean, I like to see them on the list, but I don't think, they deserve a higher spot than motherfucking G Unit or 3-6 Mafia. You get what I'm saying? They've done a lot in their little years that they've been out, but I don't think they belong in this top 20. That's me personally, bro. They belong on the list of top 50, but not top 20. Bro. Damn, they're cracking the top 10. That's crazy to me, bro.
Roller, what's going on?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Who it is, though?
Word, long time no hear from both of y'all. Yeah.
So
I was wondering. I was like, yo, y'all got to be talking about this today. I got to get up on this shit right here.
So my man Roland hit me this morning. Was just like, yo, if y'all talk about that top 10, man, hit me on.
You know he want parts, bro. Public Enemy. Be in the one list. You know he want parts.
What Public Enemy and number one? Bring me on.
It ain't about. It's not even about Public Enemy.
Okay,
go ahead. I have a lot of discrepancies when it comes.
Get your bars off. Get your bars off. Go ahead.
It's funny how what I'm saying. I don't know if y'all went down the list yet, but it's funny seeing OutKast as number one. No disrespect to them, but when it comes to the solo parts, the solo MCs they had like weeks back, a month back, all they had was Andre. They didn't have Big Boy. You know what I'm saying? So he's cool to be in the group, but solo wise he's not. You know what I'm saying?
Put that last comment up real quick.
What comment?
That shout out to Naquan and shit. You know what I mean? Cousin.
Yeah, so that's a Billboard list. Yeah,
that's a Billboard list. Strictly going by chart topic hits and albums sold. So according to this list, it's accurate. The Locks are just hood legends. Yeah, I mean,
we know that. You know what I'm saying? If they're going by that, then that's the truth. Yes and no though, because they not really putting it down like they should.
Well, for my thing is, I I'm okay with Wu-Tang coming in second place. This is my thing. My favorite group of all time, Wu-Tang, coming in second place on both lists, right? So that's what I want to talk about. And I got to sit back and say, I get it, right? So a story time with Flaw 700. And this is just how I see things. This is how my brain works, right? Talked about this. When Biggie was the man, when Biggie rose above Nas and Wu-Tang, first off, Illmatic, right? Nobody heard that album past Virginia. We know that. It's an East Coast project. Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, it went platinum, but they were a East Coast type group, right? The world took it. The world gravitated to Wu-Tang, and I think they overachieved. Not saying they didn't want the world to hear them, but if you watch the documentaries and stuff, a lot of times artists just want their homies to hear their raps. I just want to make the projects proud. Right. I just want to make the people around my way proud of me. And that's what stuff that when you listen to Nas, it doesn't sound like he cared what anybody outside of Queensbridge thought. You listen to Wu-Tang, Ghostface, Raekwon said it. I rap for these dudes on the corner. Biggie, because with help of Puff, allowed him to take his sound and go spread nationwide with it, which is why Biggie is more recognizable at the time as the king than Nas and Wu-Tang, because his stretch was better, it's longer, right? So when you go, Biggie's stretch was longer than theirs, fam. You don't think so? In the United States alone, not worldwide, but in the United States, Biggie's stretch was longer at the time.
Biggie's stretch was good. Biggie's stretch was good because of, you could say, I would say Wu-Tang and Biggie was sort of even when it came to the music they made. They both had them hardcore joints, and they both had them joints that was smoothed out that could go to a club. That's something that Nas didn't have. Nas was straight up street.
Straight up street.
Yeah. Yes, he was straight up street. There was nothing in the club except no, that was later on, but except for maybe what was that song? Maybe one time, not one time for your mind, but the track with AZ.
Oh, Life's a Bitch.
Life's a Bitch. That's the only track I could see maybe hitting the radio if necessary, if it was possible at the time. Other than that, no other song on that album was going to do that. If you heard Halftime, you heard it because you already heard it, but that really wasn't going to do nothing. And his very first single was being played. You know what I'm saying? What's the name of the fucking shit? The first single he had.
I thought the first single was
it ain't hard to tell. It ain't hard to tell.
That was like his last single. I thought.
No. That was his first single. Yeah, that was his first single. That was the first single dropped. That was the video that was made for the album. So yeah, that right there, that had got played on MTV, BET, all that. You know what I'm saying? But it was more so. Then that's the thing. We had cable back then, and there was other outlets. There was MTV, BET, and there was the box. And the box played everything. The box played everything. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about Ralph McDaniels. I'm talking about the box that had where you had to pay for them shit to buy them and pay. So even though he's from New York, everybody from Miami heard the shit too. Right. Believe it or not, everybody in the South heard it as well.
It's a fact. But at the time when there was like just one coast of rhymes, everybody gravitated to New York. Everybody loved New York.
Of course. Yes.
When Death Row and them came, that's what I'm saying. When Death Row came, they were so huge that you didn't even know where they was from. Bless you. You just was like, yo, this is a more powerful, this has a bigger impact on what we're trying to do at the time. You get what I'm saying? Like, I tell people all the time, when MTV was on and Nothing But a G Thing and all the Death Row records was playing, I didn't know where they was from. I just knew I couldn't wait for the Death Row segment to happen because they had the best music.
I gotta remember, y'all niggas is like 7.5 years younger than me, so you probably didn't know who the fuck Dre was. You know
I just knew, but isn't that better though? Like, yo,
I knew all them niggas was.
G-Thing was just that good. Like, it didn't matter that he was the NWA producer, the super producer.
Yeah,
G-Thing was just that good. So when you can make a great record and people not
really resonate,
it just resonates. So from what I'm saying is with this list, I think that the Mobb Deep, the Lox, and the Wu-Tang come up short because of their passion to rap for their corner boys. It's my opinion.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I
good point.
That statement.
Later on,
listen, you got Mobb Deep on this list, though. You know what I'm saying? You got Mobb Deep on this list, who only got street records. They probably only like what you call it? They call say club friendly record to the ladies is
Quiet
the 112. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Quiet Storm, yeah. That could be it too. They had Lil Kim on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's not no club record. That's a street record. It was a street
no,
record.
but it could be played in the club.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes, I understand that.
But it wasn't made for the club. It was made for the hood. Like, you get what I'm saying? The street, the club just grabbed it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a lot of hip hop tracks.
And there's a lot of records. Like they didn't sell as many records as NWA did. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even sell as much as the Fuji sold, and they before the Fugees. Like they, I mean, so
exactly.
I don't get this list a little bit.
Fugees had one album though. They had two, but they had one album. So
right.
The second album
sold 12 million.
Yeah, but one project though. Mobb Deep has
4 or 5.
A collection.
Some of them projects was wood though, bro. Some of them projects was wood though, bro.
Well, it's not all about albums being sold. Like I see what the ticker says, but from my understanding,
America's Nightmare had some joints on.
It is about albums being sold, but it's also about impact on the culture. So
exactly, and that's what we're looking at it.
Yeah, so Mobb Deep didn't sell as many as the Fugees did on the one project. But if you ask people who their favorite group is, they'll say Mobb Deep. Nobody says the Fugees. Nobody. Hey, my favorite group is. I've never heard nobody say the Fugees.
So, why they ain't on here? Who's a group? Why is Puff Daddy and the Family not on here, bro?
Because Puff Daddy and the Family wasn't a group.
Puff Daddy and the Family. Why they ain't on here?
It wasn't no group.
That was the name of the album.
Why wasn't they a group?
Because they wasn't. There wasn't a group. They were just a collective of his artists. That's it.
Why wasn't they a group?
Yo, Puffy was
do that. If you're gonna say that, then Flavor Unit should have been on this as well. And they only had one album. Yeah. And they put out an album, a collection of albums. What? I don't hear you now. What was that?
Like Pheromones, you got like all them groups are on this list. The Hot Boys are on this list. Like, so like I think a lot of people didn't see the top 50 list. You know what I'm saying? Like on that top 50 list, you have all the groups in there. You know what I'm saying? All of the groups. You know what I mean?
A lot of
niggas they on here.
Yeah, it was funny.
But I think people just saw this top 50. I mean, this top 20, and just was like, "Yo, this list is crazy." Like, you know what I mean?
Okay. Over the weekend, I dropped my kids off to my mother's house, and my younger brothers, who I call my younger brothers, hit me up. Was like, "Yo, what you think about this top 50?" And I ran through the list, and I seen all the names they had on there, and I'm like, the list is. With the names they got are great. Where they ranked is fucked. And that's basically what it is.
Okay, re-rank them right now. Re-rank them real quick.
So why do you think OutKast is number one?
I think OutKast is number one due to the fact that they are, I can't say an anomaly, but then again, they are. And at the same time, you don't hear shit from Andre anymore. Unless he's on somebody's track. They really give a fuck about Big Boy, even though he's the only one holding the place down. I think he's yeah.
They try to make you like Big Boy. You ever be seeing on memes like, "Yo, Big Boy he killed this one"? No, he didn't.
Yeah,
they be like, "Big Boy."
Look, Big Boy is nicer than fucking Andre.
He nice.
Andre to me is that motherfucker who plays a 2-on-2.
Wait.
He played. Listen to me. He's that cat that plays that 2-on-2, that got that nice shot. That's wet as fuck. He can move around and get that shot off. When it comes to 1-on-1, he can't do that shit.
You said
Big Boy got all game.
You said Big Boy is better than Andre. Well,
yes,
according to Killer Mike, which he took it back, but we know he's lying.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I heard that bullshit.
Andre's working on the full project, so we're going to get to see him.
Let's see. We need to, because he can't be in no top 5 without a solo project, and his boy got some. And a lot of people got more embedded. I mean, come on now, that doesn't make any sense. You know, you got him on 2 different spots.
People top 5 is their top 5. You know what I'm saying?
That's a personal. Personal. That's personal.
Is there an argument for him to be in somebody's top 5? I would think so. You know what I mean? I would think so. You know? He has some scenes still in bars. Like he got some scenes still in moments.
But a part of a group. That's the majority of work. He's never cooked on his own like that, though.
Well, look at this.
That's the problem I have.
Well, look at this. I hear you saying that Big Boy is the man, right? Now
Yes.
I don't hear too many people say that. I'm not going
You
to.
don't got to.
Okay. Okay.
You don't
Now I'm
got
about to check. Now I'm about to checkmate you. They're number
Yeah.
one because of who? Mostly because
They're
of
number
who?
one.
Mostly because of
They're
who?
number
Though?
one. No, I would say it's more because of the sales.
No,
This is about sales.
because of who though?
They
Who
both.
sticks out?
What are you talking about? They're both.
It's too
Yes,
many
it's two
to do.
men.
Who sticks out more?
So, who sticks out more?
Who sticks out more? You don't want to answer my
Andre.
question.
Yes. Andre sticks out more, of course.
So
But that
OutKast is
doesn't mean
number
he's
one.
better.
OutKast.
So it's because of him.
OutKast is number
Basically
one
him.
based on what Andre 3000 did. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Yes, it is.
No,
Bro,
it's not. Because if that was the case, solo albums could just be him. You don't need Big Boy then.
Well, they got solo projects. That's double album.
No, they don't.
Project
No.
E, one project
Please.
you. I thought.
20 years ago? 20-something years ago? That's it?
But
And
that's
he's
why they're
singing on
number
that
one.
shit?
They're number one because of what they did. This is this. You can say 20 years ago, but they're number one because of the Hey Y'alls and all of that. I like the way you move when they had these solo projects, the Aquemini projects.
Which one did you like more? Honestly, if you listen to him today, at 40 years old now. Happy birthday to both of y'all niggas. For real.
Oh, appreciate you.
Good looking, bro.
At 40 years old now, how do you look at that
that
album?
I fuck with that. I love the way you move, though. That's my shit.
Big boy.
Nah, man.
There you go.
Exactly.
But
I like Andre 3000 as a rapper better than Big Boy, though.
But at the time of their heights, listen, bro. When I was young, Andre said to the end of the week, I can't even say this shit no more. But it was always to the end of the week, I live by the beat.
Yes.
Check. If you move your feet,
I
then we
feel you.
like that, bro. That was Andre.
I know the bars. Yes, I know them bars.
I did. So at the end of the day, they're number one. They're number one. Everything about them, right, rests on Andre's shoulder, right? So when you go Dungeon Family, right, who's their guy? You go Andre. And when you go OutKast, you go Andre. No matter where you put OutKast at, people want to know where's Andre in the song. If Andre 3000 is on the feature, you go, let me hear that because I want to hear what he says. And if it's not A1, he's the only rapper that can't have a bad verse, and he's yet to have one. If he does, but he hasn't. Every song he's ever jumped on, he stole the show. You cannot say that for no other person.
True enough. But he needs to drop something solo quickly.
You just sound like
that's
a fan.
right there.
I appreciate you. I'm
a fan. Yes. I want to see him get busy. I want to hear him get busy. That's going to validate him to me because you're working with someone who can only drop 16 bars a song, and that's it. You ain't got to do a whole song by yourself. You're working off your homie, and your homie's live. Busta Rhymes was a part of a 3-man group, 4-man if you count Milo in the Dance. He only had to do one verse a song. If he didn't do no solo albums, would he be in your top 550 or whatever? Seriously?
No.
Exactly. Why? Why he is now? Because he dropped solo work and he proved that he can actually do it. That's where Andre doesn't have it. And that's the messed up part about it.
I see what you're saying. I kind of see where you at with that. You know what I'm saying? He gets discredited a little bit because of his lack of solo work.
He does.
Man. But
he does get discredited. He does get discredited. You can't. I can't put him in there. I can't put him in my top 5 GOAT list. And he hasn't proven himself outside of OutKast.
I agree with you.
Is 2 members.
I agree
not
with
just
you.
him. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying
niggas love Run. Niggas might love Run DMC. Niggas might love Ecstasy. Some people might love Jalil, Houdini. But they was a group together, and you just leave it at that.
All right,
so them being number one is whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'll see. I will not put them
want to hear
one.
Rev Run album.
Listen to
hold
no
up,
one
hold
did.
up.
No one did.
Two
Trust
things.
me.
2 things real quick. But okay, let's focus on the top 10. What problem do we have with this top 10? And who would you take out and add if you could? Ain't you want to go first?
The top 10 is
top 10?
Okay.
Just the top 10.
You know what? Check this out. This is me talking.
Okay.
Every being Rakim don't need to be there.
Not in the top 10?
No.
Well, that's a different question I was going to ask. Are we duos? When did duos become groups? Are we okay with duos and groups?
They're not. He shouldn't be there. That group that should not be there. They should not be in that
duos
list.
should not be on this list. Or are we saying
he's a solo MC with a DJ? He's
Okay,
a solo
that's
MC with a
very
DJ. Every beat didn't do nothing but be on the DJ set. He didn't do shit. He didn't. P Rock at least tried to rap. Every beat didn't do nothing but stay quiet. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. In every video, he was quiet. You know,
He was
if that's the case,
man,
that's
that DJ,
Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
that DJ persona was a mask. It was
Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. He shouldn't be there.
So take out Rakim, Eric B and Rakim, who you putting in?
Let's see who's I would probably
Juice Crew.
I would put Juice Crew was a G Unit type. They were a collective, they were a crew like that. But I wouldn't put them in because they didn't really make music like that on an album tip. They were just a crew together, a whole bunch of MCs rocking together. But they didn't put out no albums like G Unit did. So they don't count either. I would drop Naughty by Nature a lot lower. I would put them with Every Being Rakim is. For real.
Naughty by Nature at number 7?
Yes.
Hey, yo, first of all, nah.
I would.
Nah.
I would.
Not here for none of that shit. Naughty can stay right where they at. Shout out to Jersey.
Why?
Shout out to Jersey.
No, I think they need to be lower. They need to be lower.
If anybody need to be lower, bro, it should be motherfucking the Migos, bro. They shouldn't be where they at. Migos.
Wait.
Migos is 11.
You want the Migos in
They should be lower.
Wait, you want Migos?
I mean, they should. No, I want them down towards the bottom 50, bottom 40 or some shit like that. Nah, man, they should be
that's not what I'm talking about.
Like that.
I understand that. They shouldn't be there. They should be. I understand that.
I feel like the Wu should be number one. Wu definitely should be number one. As top hip hop group, they should be number one. Nah, man. I don't think
a group of collective MCs, I can see that. I can see you saying that. I can see anybody saying that.
Man. And I'm not even a Wu fan like that. But I feel like they should be number one.
They prove they can do it with 9 members. I think the top 10 is top 10 is right in different spots. And I'm glad they put Salt and Pepper in there.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Salt and Pepper. They deserve to be in on this list.
Yes.
But they have to be number 8. You know what I mean?
No, I don't mind them being number 8 because they did better than a lot of males. They did better than a lot of fucking male MCs, and they held it down for years. Seriously,
I mean,
until they got pregnant, and even when they were pregnant, they were still rocking shows and this and that. So they did better than a lot of groups on this fucking list. So them being where they at right now, I have no problem with them. I'm just glad they on there. I'm glad they repped for them because the only other female group is the City Girls.
You got like every hip hop group damn there on this list. And they number 48. You know what I mean? You got Criss Cross, Kid and Play. BD and the Boys in the 40s. You got Little Brother Onyx number 40.
Yeah. MOP should be lower.
Real quick, you know what I mean? The MOP is number 50.
They shouldn't be 50. They should be a lot lower than that. I don't like that.
Big Time
MOP is lucky
Big Timers is in
13. No, I don't think so.
8-Ball MJG on this list.
They need to be there too.
Brand New being number 34. Goody Mob number 33. Boogie Down Productions is on the list.
Hey, let me see something real quick. In my opinion, right? Because it's a lot of Southern groups on here, right? I think
you have a problem with that?
I'm about to tell you my opinion on it. In my opinion, I think that the Southern rappers get credit for being Southern rappers, and we get discredited for being more East. Like because we represent our hood, we get told we're not big enough outside of where we're from.
I would say
when Southern rappers rap their Southernness, it's like it's the opposite.
Because,
you get what I'm saying?
You know what it is?
When you mention the UGKs, when you mention Southern groups who only rap for the Houston crowd, they're still looked at. They're more championed than a Mobb Deep, who will get criticized because you guys are just repping for New York, New Jersey, and Philly.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me why.
That's the reason why, because the Southern groups had to break in. New York is already there. New York rappers are already there. It's like living in Detroit. You're already gonna get props in Detroit. So all the MCs from Detroit are going to get love from Detroit, but the other people from outside of Detroit got to break into Detroit's mainstay. New York already got that. They had it since the beginning.
Harder.
They might have to break. Yes, at the same time, but you have to look at it. When I was a teenager, I left New York and moved to Miami. It's a whole different landscape of music and sound. Seriously.
Yeah.
If you don't leave the tri-state area, all you know is the tri-state area, unless you are keen to everything else outside New York, in New Jersey, in Philly,
I disagree
and stuff like
with that, bro. I disagree. I disagree.
Like I said,
with that, bro.
if you're keen to it, then you're good.
I still disagree, bro, because just like y'all were talking about earlier, good music is good music, bro. So you could be the most hardcore. Listen, you could be the most hardcore East Coast rapping nigga in the world, bro. When G thing come on, bro, you bobbing to it. You get when G thing come on, you bobbing to it. When certain Jeezy records come on, niggas is bobbing to it, bro. Like,
and that's a good thing.
Good music is good. However, niggas in certain areas don't play New York music like that. And they talk about we don't play South music. That's a lie. We don't play West music. That's a lie.
You know what?
Check this out. You go anywhere outside the tri-state area, niggas is not playing no New York records, bro.
At one time they did, though. Down in Miami.
In the very beginning, when niggas wasn't really rapping nowhere else, hell yeah, they was playing it. But now that everybody is in,
because we are in 2023 now, so yes, the landscape is open. The landscape is open since the 2000s. So yeah, now y'all gonna have to play some Southern MCs, and y'all might choose not to listen to the hip hop from your area, and y'all get pissed off at them for that.
So,
but I remember a time when Hot 97 doing that. Hot 97 played nothing but Southern music, and I didn't hear nothing from.
I think when NWA came and kicked through the door, niggas out here, bro.
Yeah.
So what happened was, in my opinion, is at one time there was only one coast, the East Coast, making all the hip hop music. So if you listen to the backstories from Too Short, no matter where you from the Bay, no matter where how down south you are, everybody gravitates to Houdini, Run DMC. Everybody has that one, that time where Queens, New York, Brooklyn, Bronx, whatever, they had it all. Other regions started to make music, and in New York fashion, people were saying we don't want to hear that shit.
Exactly.
Right.
South was like, man, we listen to y'all.
Yeah.
New York was like, man, what the listen, but to our credit, they just put chop
popping in the beginning, bro.
They put chop and screwed at our doorstep and expected us to understand it. In New York fashion, niggas gonna go, what the fuck? What is this? Niggas, I don't. Why is it
funniest thing? The funniest thing, the same thing could be said about De La Soul when they first came out. I didn't understand the motherfuckers at first. I didn't know what the fuck to think about De La Soul when they dropped.
Where
they from? And they from Long Island. Potholes in my lung. I didn't know. I didn't understand. I was like, what the fuck these niggas talking about? Yes. I mean, God's Effects, when I first heard them, I was like, what the fuck are these niggas? I didn't understand at all. It took me a minute to really get into them, but I love the songs.
When them niggas dropped, though, but
they were hot. Yes. They were hot. I totally agree with you. And it could be the same set for the Southern MCs. They had
them niggas drop other regions, something like that, 91, 92?
Yeah. They dropped there around 91, 92.
West Coast back then, even, you know what I mean? Like
West Coast, the thing about the West is that when they came in like a bomb, for real. Because you had NWA, and that was it. And it was over from there. Everybody from Compton, everyone from the Bay. Yes. Ice-T was already a somewhat legend at the time, but yes. Yeah, I mean, it was what it was. When the 90s hit, and you could say the West Coast had that grip, and then New York started to take it back with Nas, with Biggie, with Jay 3 years later, 2 to 3 years later, and all this. That's when you started to see the shift again. You know what I'm saying? The South was holding it down for themselves, and it took them a while to finally get their shine up there, up north, northeast. They was already doing their thing.
Death Row did
They
that.
was-
Yeah, that's a fact.
Let's never forget the Source Awards. Y'all don't love Death Row. Snoop,
Yeah.
Nick your ass somewhere, bro. Nobody
You know, you just stole 8 million, nigga. We
so 8
love
million.
you, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Love me? Nigga, you the biggest artist in the world,
Fuck
man.
out of here.
Yeah.
Word.
But you get the boost from the crowd. You're like, yo, what the fuck is this? I know I sold it.
Because they in
I know y'all
York,
love me. Yeah.
Fan.
Cause
Do you know? Let me tell the people the story, right? In the Source Awards, do you know who was in that crowd? Every ghetto guy from the Barrel.
everybody.
Every project
everybody
was in there. Meaning, if they don't want to hit, like, it wasn't like casual fans at the Source Awards. That's where they messed up. Now, when you go to these award shows, there's casual
fans. Exactly.
The Source Awards had project niggas from every
they
hood.
did.
That's
They
why
did.
when people said Brooklyn, we did it, there was a million Brooklyn niggas on stage. Method Man before Bring the Pain, there was a million niggas on stage. That's why. So at the end of the day, Benzino, you guys rock the ball, and hip hop ain't never been the same as again. Andre 3000 threatened y'all, and he made good on his word.
Damn sure did.
I blame Benzino for the demise of the East Coast. It's his fault. He pissed Andre 3000 off. He death row on his watch. He ain't do nothing about it. It's Benzino's fault.
And
Benzino wasn't a part of it yet.
Benzino
wasn't a part of that shit yet. You know what I'm saying? He came later on. You know.
Okay,
he's gonna blame Benzino. Yeah, just blame him. Blame the no neck nigga. Yeah, yeah.
Blame Benzino. All right, listen, real quick. Let's move off of that. You want to talk about Juvenile's Tiny Desk or Ja Rule Stretcher situation real quick? We want to do, fam.
And listen, man, that little, I don't even understand. What was the purpose of that, bro?
Let's talk about it. Ja Rule. For some reason, this guy wants to come out a show on a stretcher. What is the significance of it? I don't know if he has internet or social media, but we have been killing Genuine since his 106 and Park days for his stretcher entrance. I'm going to pretend like I'm dead, and then I'm going to pop lock off the stretcher, and then I'm going to perform. Ja Rule, for some reason, did not get that message that we aren't here for that. Is his career alive again? Is he resurrected? What is the significance of I don't get it. I have no idea. Fellas, please tell me why you go out. Somebody knows why we do that. Somebody.
I guess it was just a prop.
You know, anytime we get this dude a chance, man, he stay fucking it up, man. We let him back in, bro. We let him back home. You feel me? And what do you do?
This
what he do with his verses when this is what he do with verses.
He don't need to do all that. He need to just come out and start spitting. Spit them classic joints that you have and just let it ride. That's all you need to do. You don't need no props.
I'm glad you brought that up, right? So
yeah,
as a people, we got to get into the system of simple is the win, right? Just keep it simple, right?
Less is more.
Less is more.
Yes, less is more.
So you got an hour worth of bangers that all you got to do is just go out there. Ja Rule, you can put a turtleneck on. You can put a turtleneck on and shut it down. Nobody cares about nothing, right? You're doing too much. You don't need anything. It could be just him. Ja Rule is that one.
Like Teddy Riley at that versus that time, bro.
Too much. I got all the hits already. I don't gotta have my man. I don't need a show in the studio. What did Babyface do? I got all the hits already. I got to sit there with my blazer on.
Got his Grammys. Candles playing. Chilling.
I already got the music. So for Ja Rule going forward, you have the catalog, buddy. We know that. The fans are already there to hear your catalog. But you pull away from what you got when you do antics like this. And it's not the first. It's just the norm for you. I don't know if y'all remember when he performed at the Milwaukee Bucks game.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It wasn't there for that. It wasn't there for that.
Oh, y'all don't want to hear me? All right, then.
This was before verses, though. So we didn't let him back home at that point yet. This was before verses. You feel me? So, yeah. Like, gotta chill, bro.
I mean, like I said, he did get it back with the verses. He shut everyone the fuck up and was like, y'all forgot about me, you know, and niggas had to apologize to him, you know, but you the days of the props on stage is dead. You don't need to do that no more. Nigga, just get on the mic and get busy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get clowned for the props. We don't need that anymore.
I really want to know what the idea, like, where did the idea come from, and who said, "Damn, we're gonna kill him with that one." That's fine.
He was watching YouTube and seeing Genuine do it, and was like, "Oh shit, bitch, I'm not gonna do that." Like,
he didn't read the comments. He didn't see that we didn't appreciate that at all. He did half a due diligence. That's what he did.
Wow.
That was never, bro. And this is the 106 in Park days for him.
Yeah. You know how long ago that was? God damn. Shit. Oh my God.
But when you got the catalog of Mr. Atkins, he gets a shot every time. So the next time we see him, he just comes out and perform. We're going to forget about this.
That's all he needs to do.
He has the catalog that no matter what dumbness he does, he can be forgiven because he has a few of our favorite.
Nah, bro, nah.
That the props wasn't necessary. That's basically.
I would have took my peoples to go see a Ja Rule concert, man. I'm not going there, bro. It's over. Yeah. I'm cool.
But you see what I mean? 5 seconds of looking like a fool, and that's actually just like it's the negativity that comes with being in hip hop, though. Honestly, bro. Like you have to be cool at all times. The second you're not cool or in character, people don't want to hear your music no more. That's just the facts. If you do something,
that's the culture. It is what it is.
That's the toxic energy of hip hop. The second, y'all don't remember Hypnotized video. Biggie died. He did. What? In the whispers.
He's smiling. He's
smiling in the video.
He's smiling in the video, man. If Biggie died, they would have.
If he was clowned the fuck out of that big nigga. Sorry. Yeah. The fuck you doing? You running with a cane?
I was going to say if Big was alive, they would have killed him for that.
Yeah, that's great.
You running with a cane, nigga? You on a boat?
And you smiling. In hip hop, he wasn't supposed to smile. That's the crazy part. Yo, Big, you having a good time. Yo, fam. Big, you having a good time. You a sellout. They would have. That's how you are in hip hop. Mobb Deep, Hey Love, 112. You can't do that, fam.
That's not you.
So okay. So why did LL didn't get killed when he did I Need Love then? Why?
Because it was new.
Because
it was new.
Okay.
It was new.
It was the first of its kind.
But Roller, the buck though, he did get hated on. They didn't like that.
No. Yes, they did.
No,
the brothers probably didn't like it.
Okay, that's my point. Who in hip hop? They probably everybody. The females, yes.
Females pay for music.
The other
my mother, my aunties, my cousins, yes, they love that shit. I had no problem with I Need Love because shit, I like girls. What the fuck I'm gonna hate for?
First off,
I understand that shit.
First off,
I'm 12 years old when that shit drops.
Go back to the video. Go back from.
I know the video.
He ran. Wait, rolling. He ran from the girls just to go sit in his room to say he need love. LL is a different animal, man.
He didn't want to hang with them chicks. He had a girlfriend.
LL is a different animal, man. He was being chased. Remember the video? He's being chased by girls.
Yeah,
just to go in his room.
They were about to jacuzzi. They was about to
lock his door.
Come on, girl. Come on, L. Let's have some fun. He's like, no, man, I already got somebody, baby. Then, girl, listen to me. When I'm standing in the room all alone, you know what I'm saying? I remember that shit. I laughed my ass off with this when I seen the video. But he had a girl, so he didn't give a fuck about that shit. They wanted to fuck. He didn't want to. He had a girl off front already, so it was what it was.
Okay.
But when he came out, that's when Heavy D dropped. Don't you know? Him getting married. That's when Big Daddy Kane drops his tracks. Rakim drops his tracks. You had Steady Being Cool C. You know what I'm saying? They up in prison doing, Let's Go Steady and shit like that. Teenage Love. You had all these songs come out after the fact. He made that shit possible.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? That's why he didn't really get killed for it.
Not saying that changing the game isn't profitable or that people don't want to do it. People hate to hate. So Biggie smiling was, damn, I wish I could do I don't know if they hated him for smiling. They just thought that they shouldn't. I don't know. But people want to smile. People want to make songs for girls. That's never going nowhere. But I'm saying
my favorite line from Ghostface said it. He said himself, man, you goddamn right I fuck fans. He ain't talking about the
That's
niggas.
like in
He's talking
'97.
about yeah, exactly.
Right, but I'm saying that's in '97. But when LL first did it, bro, I know he got met with hate because the other artists wasn't doing that. It was slow.
Exactly.
It was a slower record, and it is what it is.
He did get hate for it, but he conquered, and that's what it was. And it was one of his biggest hits on that album, and one of his biggest hits to this day. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
LL
he made everybody will do it.
LL had tackled his whole career, fam. LL has done everything that you possibly not supposed to do. And I mentioned this in the group chat. LL was in Around the Way Girl. Nobody talks about. He took a camcorder and just ran up on random women and recorded them on his camcorder. Hey, girl, you look good. And then took the footage home. You can't do that today.
Yo, he crazy.
Only LL could do something like that.
He made a video within the video. That was the craziest thing. Yeah,
damn, he ran up on random chicks. Female. Damn, you look good.
Camcorder. Chicks with their man and shit.
Ellis, bro. He looked off a chick thighs in the middle of daylight, bitch.
It was 3 p.m. and he picked her up. Just put hot fudge on her kneecap.
Nigga riding a bike. He's riding a 10-speed bike through the fucking hood, yo. Everybody else in fucking Mercedes Benzes and fucking BMW.
He was going to jail. Ain't nobody see that shit, yo. He was going to jail.
He's on a 10-speed bike riding in fucking lounging video. You know what I'm saying?
And like I said, he's the first hater. He was the first one in the rap song to say, besides, you only known him 5 months.
Right.
Yeah. That's true. Very true.
Damn, let her be happy. Why can't she be happy?
Besides, funny thing,
you only know him 5 months.
And he drinks too much. It smokes too many blunts.
Hey, yo, he's funny, bro. Dirty macking, bitch.
And never spoke to the chick a day in his life.
Never fantasizing. He's ready to. He was ready to.
But let me ask you.
He smokes.
Let me ask you something. Y'all was in high school when that dropped. That was in '95, right? Y'all was what? Junior high school? Y'all was in junior high school.
Get to the
something like that. Then y'all do that? Then y'all see that female that looked good that had a boyfriend that y'all was just like, damn. I wonder.
Yo, I wasn't running up on her, bitch, with packets of motherfucking ketchup or something, licking it off of her either.
I know that. Like, I know that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about the premise of that song, Hey Lover. Wasn't y'all doing that? Wasn't y'all looking at that chick in school? Was like, damn, she looked good.
Was hating on her boyfriend, like, yo, this nigga wacky shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. He spoke for y'all.
Okay, but have you ever done that in real life? You can hate. Listen. There was a time when you hated somebody's boyfriend. Yes, you did, but you didn't tell her. Hey, you only 2 months.
He didn't even tell her. He didn't tell her shit.
He didn't tell her.
He didn't tell her shit. He didn't say nothing to her either.
He was fantasizing. He still said it out loud
the whole time. Yeah,
I get it.
It won't come true.
He told us.
Yeah. We never even spoke in your man's way. He loves you.
To yourself,
I don't know why it's just me. But the besides you only known him 5 months is just hilarious to me, fam. It's just like, you known him 5 months. Okay. Real quick. So Tiny Desk, Juvenile. It happened a few days ago.
Fire. Props to him.
How did it start? Where a casual fan, I believe, said, "Hey, we need Juvenile on Tiny Desk," but Juvenile replying to, it's a Tiny Desk."
I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, to him killing Tiny Desk. What's your thoughts on it real quick before I give him mine?
It was dope, man. And I'm glad they do that.
Fire, bro.
It's a nice little concert by yourself, and you just get your shit off. And we've seen a lot of people do it. I seen Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Juvenile. That's great. I think Babyface did it with Shantae Moore a couple of weeks ago with Tank.
Isley Brothers did it.
Yes. That shit is fucking fight. It's a newer version of what's that shit? That MTV Unplugged. It's the newer version of the Unplugged.
Yeah, it's a short, condensed version of it.
Yeah,
I like the intimacy. I like the small crowd of it. You know what I'm saying? Juvie, I think it was a good look for the simple fact that a lot of people don't put a lot of respect on Juvenile name, man.
And they should.
They should, yo. Like, I was reading an article or watching something, yo, and they said 400 Degrees is the best album on Cash Money, yo. Yep. I agree with that, bro. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement, bro. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't.
A lot of people just see Wayne. They see Lil Wayne, and he's the more popular person you know what I'm saying, later on. So
I heard
it's
some
like,
people,
yeah,
that's not a Juvenile album. That's a Juvie name on it.
man, fuck that. That's Juvenile.
For Juvie, I
It was.
think because we won't be. I don't think nobody wants to see Juvie in the verses, even though I think it'll be very entertaining to see him in the verses.
Wait. You don't think they want to see him as like in battle, or the people don't
I
want to
don't
see
think people. I don't think people want to. I don't think people want to see Juvie in the verses because when they think of Cash Money, they think of Lil Wayne. Get what I'm saying? You don't think of Juvie no more. You don't think of BG no more. Nobody was ever thinking of Turk. But
don't you think this Tiny Desk? Don't you think this Tiny Desk might have reminded the people? Because the time,
yes,
it did, but we got it already. Like so, if there were to be a versus, who we want to see him against? You know what I mean? T.I. is probably going to smoke you. Now it's got to be somebody from the South. You know what I mean? It won't be fair to have him.
Let me tell you this though. Let me tell you this. One thing I do know: Juvenile has 5 songs that's unbeatable. Ha! Back that ass up.
Back that ass up. Yep.
Slow motion.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He got 2 more. I can't think of them. But he's got songs.
He got some shit, bro. He got some shit.
The thing about Juvenile,
you better stay away.
The craziest thing about Juvenile, and I say about a lot of MCs, is that if you're not up on their music like that, if they was to do a versus, you will realize how much shit you really know about that person that you didn't think you know. Right. And that's the thing. That's the best thing about shows like this, is that you might look at an 8-ball MJG and be like, man, fuck them. Then you see them and you like, damn, I do know this song. I know this song. I know this song. I do know this song. Shit, I didn't know I knew all this. It happened with me with Maroon 5. I didn't know I knew a lot of their fucking music until my boy put me up. He said, man, listen to them. And I listened. I was like, damn, I know a lot of their fucking music. It was like that with OutKast. It was like that with OutKast. My CD case, my little brother who I spoke to, like I said, last couple of weeks ago, he was like, yo, he went through my shit. He was like, why you ain't got no OutKast? I said, you know what? I don't know why. And I just said, I don't know why I don't got OutKast. He said, and I said, you know what? This week, when I get off work, I'm getting it because I'm getting paid. And I bought their whole catalog. And I listened to the first one to the last one, and I couldn't believe I knew a lot of their fucking music.
I think that
so it is what it is.
I think that mostly works on a production level, because if you know of an artist or a group and you just don't rock with them, it's nothing that they could play. Because we had 8-Ball and MJG in the verses, right? I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't go, whoa, I didn't know they did that. Like, if I'm not that big of a fan of you, I don't think that a versus can change that. It can just refresh my memory of what you did, a la Ja Rule or a la Juvenile. But a producer, you can go, damn, I didn't know you did that. I didn't know you wrote that or produced that. I think it works more in favor of that.
And that's where they need to get back to that, though. They need to get back to the writers and the producers. When they did that shit was fire. When they had Neo and they had the other cat.
Yeah, John Tate.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fire.
That shit was fire. Yeah. That was dope. They need to get back to that and leave the artists alone for a while. Get back to the producers and let them get their shit off, because that right there was fire. Because you didn't know. I didn't know who the fuck that guy was who was going against Neo.
Okay.
I didn't know who the fuck he was. And then when I seen the shit he did, I was like, damn.
But that's the problem. That's the problem, though. Look at where Versus is at now. Sold out.
Yeah.
You can't get somebody to go John, whoever is another producer. It's just not going to work.
Yeah. It's not going to work. Yeah.
It works on Instagram Live, but nowhere else, because I need the names. I don't need the producers. I don't care, because if they don't know you did it, they're not going to come to the show to be surprised.
That's true.
You did it. So
that's true.
Where Versus is going, or where it's at, especially after you do Jermaine Dupri and Puffy, you can't do producers after that. You gotta, even though Jermaine Dupri and Puffy are producers, we just know who they are.
Yeah, but you know who they are.
The producer or the songwriter, hey, I did this. It creates more range, like yo, because what we find out with Teddy Riley, I didn't know he did the joint with Dougie Fresh.
Yeah, the show.
I didn't know he did the show. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did a lot of shit back in the day.
Yeah, like I don't know you did that.
He did How You Like Me Now for Kumo D, Wild Wild West. He did Let's Go for Kumo D. He did a lot of motherfucking music. Do you know what time it is? He did a lot of shit back in the early 80s before he became with God, before he got with God. He did a lot of fucking music. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't know, you would get caught out there when he played them songs. You were like, damn, you did that? Yeah, a lot of people didn't know.
Now, I don't know if it was just my eyes capturing it, but the Tiny Desk Juvenile version of it. I'm looking at him needing water every 30 seconds, right? Because it's just you standing there. It's just you standing there. It's not like a lot of movement. So the Tiny Desk could cause like some issues because it's just you rapping your lyrics, not really getting a lot of help. Just I don't know. Just looks like you really need to be trained,
bro.
Or
you need to be trained. You need to be
Tiny Desk.
trained.
I didn't see train for verses or train for, but when you do a Tiny Desk, you really need to know your material and have your water game, your water technique down, because it just seems like your mouth, it gets drier. Pause if needed. Your mouth gets dry doing a Tiny Desk because it's just you and it's just you in this room. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. How I seen it. Like, yo, this
real quick. Still speaking on Juvie. I know a couple weeks back we talked about he was pissed that he wasn't
the Essence Fest,
the whole 50th hip hop joint, but then they added him on there. You know what I'm saying? He got on there because the fans was like, bitch, how you got him coming to y'all coming to New Orleans and ain't got Juvie on here or nobody from New Orleans on here. So they brought him on there, and from what I was told, he shut the show down, bro. He stole the show. You know what I mean? I heard he stole the show. So you know, he from his Tiny Desk performance, you can tell a couple things. Number one, he's still in the gym. He still know all his lyrics. He still can perform. He don't look washed. Like I'm glad to see him get his flowers right now. Now I mean, now all we need to see is him on like a Drink Champs or something now, and to get his flowers because he deserve them, bro.
Well,
he definitely put Cash Money on the map.
What we talked about was Essence Fest didn't owe him anything as far as being in New Orleans, but they should have him on, right?
Yeah,
so let's clear that up. And, his energy was, "How you gonna leave me off?" And it's just like, "Well, who was you?" Because there's a whole New Orleans they left off. Like they left everybody off. So it's not like they picked every New Orleans artist and didn't pick you up. But whoever did leave you off needs to be fired. You get what I'm saying? Like, how do you have a New Orleans show without no Master P?
Somebody from New Orleans.
Somebody, yes. Somebody. Doesn't make any sense.
Now, guess what? Juvenile is a great pick because he's probably still cheap. And he probably got the best catalog.
Yeah. I give you props to both of those. Yeah.
Yo. Shit. Yo.
He does have the best catalog, and he probably is cheap.
Yo, that's fucked up, yo. Damn.
You ain't gonna get Lil Wayne there. You're not gonna get Lil Wayne.
You're not gonna get Lil Wayne.
You're not gonna get Lil Wayne there. You're not gonna get anybody from Cash from No Limit. You're not gonna get no one from No Limit.
Pulling up. You ain't got the bag for me. But you got that bag for Juvie though.
You got Juvie. And Juvie can show and prove.
And he might have the best catalog. So you win.
You win. That's a win-win.
Yeah.
Definitely
win. Hey yo, and be making it worse. Man. I don't be trying to diss you.
He just straight came for that man, yo. That's crazy.
Am I lying or rolling? He probably the cheapest.
Yo.
With the biggest hit.
Yes, he is. I think he is, honestly.
He ain't got nothing else. He ain't doing nothing right now.
He just want to be a part of it.
That's
you in New Orleans. It's like doing something in Brooklyn and you got nobody from Brooklyn on the motherfucking show. It's like, nigga, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Are you serious?
Crazy. Yeah, and that's all I was saying, yo. I was making a claim for him, like, you know what I'm saying? If you was gonna get anybody, because I agree with that, he might be the cheapest. First of all, nobody wants to see Turk. Nobody wants. BG just came home. He don't got enough. You know what I'm saying? Master P ain't doing it. Lil Wayne definitely ain't doing it. So him and Manny going up there doing a little couple
and get busy, bro. Yeah,
I'm here for that, bro.
Manny Fresh get on there and get busy. That's the best thing right there.
Tiny Desk, bro. That was one of my favorite Tiny Desks, man. That one, the T-Pain one, the Isley Brothers killed it. Yo, I'm here for the Tiny Desk, bro.
Shit's a fire. Yeah. I think that's a win-win from them. Yeah.
Before this podcast is over today, I just want to say free Max B. That's it.
Of course. That ain't changing.
I thought he'd be up by now.
He got 2 more years. Come on, 2 more years, man. They gonna make you max, man. They gonna and he thinking he gonna get good behavior against. Nah, they gonna make him max out, bro. If you go to his little shit on the website, bro, his max date is his parole date, bitch. Like for real.
Okay.
So That's it.
Question, y'all. Back to the top 20. Is there anybody you think that shouldn't been on that list? Seriously?
I had
Migos.
That's it? Just them? Just the Migos?
I mean, well,
In the top 20?
Yeah.
In my opinion, though, Ed, I hear you. But if you turn on the radio, most of these kids sound like the Migos now, bro. Everybody's taking their 3-word setup.
Get it, man.
So as culture,
we know that.
But so they deserve to be there, if not higher, like in the 10, because they are what music is today. That's Migos, and everybody.
I get it.
Man.
So it was like having Nicki Minaj is like in the top 10. You know what I'm saying?
Nicki Minaj,
yeah, when she because
But
she was
she
in
deserved that though.
10.
I think she earned that though, bro. Like if you look at her, what she did over them 10 years, she earned that, bro. Like she put the work in.
Hell yeah.
Who would you put over her?
Let me tell you something. Little Kim didn't do what she was supposed to do.
Well,
right.
Unfortunately, she got locked up. And,
she came home and she didn't do nothing afterwards. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it a buck. Listen, there are circumstances. There are circumstances like death. We can't help Biggie died second album in, and Jay-Z and Nas kept going. That gets rewarded. That you got to give them credit because we don't know what Big could do in his 30th year in hip hop. We don't know. We don't know what Pop did in his 30th year in hip hop.
You don't know.
Nicki Minaj showed you that if you stay clean, stay out of what you can accomplish. Like I'm gonna take the Kim blueprint. We know that. I'm going to take Little Kim blueprint, but I'm going to do more with it. You get what I'm saying? What Little Kim has been doing, Little Kim has been free for almost 10 years and Millie's done nothing, really, honestly. Just keep it a buck. I don't know why. Like, and if she just wants to live off her 95, her catalog from 95 to 97 or whatever, fine. But Nicki really took 10 years and was just like, it's me. Remember at all the award shows, she won them all.
She was the only, because she was the only one.
No, there were women nominated. That's like Floyd Mayweather fighting who he fought. They was ranked number 1. We just didn't know who they were. I'm gonna beat them all. No. They was women there. They just weren't Nicki.
Bro, they look, man. It was crazy because they was putting like Jackie O in them fucking conversations and shit. And they having shit.
Exactly. But there were MCs out there that they didn't pushing. They were putting names, random names there. So you know she was going to win. That was the funniest thing about it. I remember seeing them the award shows, and I'm like, why they put her there? I haven't heard nothing from her in years. I didn't know what Jackie O did. Queen Pen ain't put out shit. Why she on the list? You know, you just put it there just to put it there. Yeah, you put it there just to them other MCs when you got other MCs out there doing it, but they wasn't being nominated.
Remember when Remy came home, they gave her the award immediately. They just wanted to start something
ASAP, bro. ASAP.
Exactly.
Yo, I'm looking like like she the one that broke Nicki little streak.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
and she could have, and she probably wouldn't have had a streak if she didn't go to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She probably wouldn't have had it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We don't
she
know.
Probably wouldn't have had a streak if she didn't go to jail.
We don't know that.
Wouldn't have had that streak. That's true. You're right. We don't know.
But Roland, before she
speculation.
Before she went to jail, her and Fat Joe got into it because she felt like she wasn't getting the push she needed. Nicki had the push. So regardless of what Remy was doing, there was always going to be something with Remy that she didn't like. Nicki had it all. She had the push.
She had the whole machine.
She had the look. She had everything. Remy and Fat Joe.
The lane was cleared for her.
Birdman behind her. Like, she had everything, man.
Yeah. The lane was cleared for her to rock. And she did her thing.
Yeah. But so it was for
absolutely
Remy.
Correct.
But then she blamed Fat Joe for her. I didn't sell enough. Who was in Remy way? Who was in Remy way for her not to sell?
Nope, really.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Because when Remy she was out and she was the top chick in hip hop, it was hers for the taking. It was hers for the taking. She shot a bitch. So
and the album wasn't bad at all.
Yo, she had like three. She had 3 raw singles. She had the joint with Twist. She had the joint with Neo. Conceited.
Joint. Yep.
And she didn't sell no records. Those records. Those records were supposed to go to the moon.
They should have. Yeah. And shit happens. Yeah. And that's the thing about music. You just don't know. It might be dope, but who's to say people gonna listen to it and gonna buy it and gravitate? You know, and it was what it was. So it's the same thing with Jean Grey, the same thing with, Rhapsody at the time. She finally starting to come up, but They were out at the same time Nicki was, but Nicki got all the shine in the fucking world, and of course they want to see Nicki on the goddamn show because she's going to perform.
Yeah,
So
because we know sex sells. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We know Rhapsody is a dope ass lyricist though, but we don't fuck with her because she ain't showing her titties. She ain't talking about niggas. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I hear you.
Sure.
But did y'all see Nicki Minaj on American Idol when she toned it down and put the dresses on? That's all. Listen, bro, it's money. She's walking money. She can do what she wants. I'm gonna be a goofball with all these colors on, but when I want to get sexy, I'll make all y'all men shut up. That's what we did. Oh, she on American. Did you see her?
Yeah,
you win.
I remember that too.
You win,
I
right?
remember that as well.
You clown her when she's loud and go, what she got on? She look like a goofball. But when she put it on, hey,
yeah, you're right. Win. Absolutely correct.
You win.
She got away from the wigs and just went straight black hair. Oh shit! Damn, who the fuck is this?
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
Who is this?
Like, yeah. But she would stay. She stayed in that pop lane.
I seen a sex tape, so
so it was what it was.
I'm not impressed. I seen a sex tape, so I'm not impressed.
Nicki Minaj, send it over.
Yeah.
Send it over. Send it to me now.
Wow. This is Bars and Shots talking.
What's your cash at? I need parts. Send it to me now.
I'm fucking with y'all, man.
Wait, man. I'm on your top now, Paul.
This go back. This go back though. This before, you know what I'm saying? This before.
Oh, is it before the enhancements? I don't want it.
This before. You know what I mean?
I need enhancement Nicki Minaj news, fam.
I'm good,
thing,
bro. Like,
the craziest about the female MC is that, there's been all of them have really been dope in their own way. They just got to have that one song or that one album that just gets them to the fucking top of the heap. And a lot of them don't have that. Unfortunately, Rod Digger didn't have it. As dope as she is, Eve had it. She got it off.
Eve had it from jump.
Eve got it. Eve had it from jump. Yes.
Now I feel so dumb talking about female hip hop, and I skip over Eve because Eve was the other artist, female artist.
Yes.
Machine. Well, yeah, Missy too, but as far as we didn't look at
straight up
MC.
lyrical MCs. Yeah,
I give you straight rap.
Eve came after Kim, but she didn't take Little Kim's blueprint. But
not at all. Not at all.
Eve definitely had the machine, the team. Like she was Nicki before Nicki was Nicki. I give you that. She just did it in a different way. So
ain't that the craziest shit? They both
Rough Rider way.
Yeah, she did it in the Rough Rider way. She had the tattoo
because she had
her breast,
exactly
short hair.
Like she was sexy
and fun as fuck.
But she was sexy, but she wasn't sexual. You know what I'm saying? She was
sexy and classy.
She
was salt and pepper.
I still punch you in your face, manner type shit. Man, like
Eve was because it was X and Eve. And then it was everybody else. Like, he was never going to top Eve. I mean, X, but Eve came and just was like, nah, I'm not behind Locks. I'm not behind Drag On. I'm Eve. And Eve did pop records. And she wanted to be movies, TV show, like the thing. So I can say that Nicki kind of took from Eve and Kim at the same time and created this super artist in Nicki Minaj. But I really do think we do need to give Eve more of her flowers, man. Because Eve
definitely
her way, more classy.
Do y'all not realize that Eve and Nicki Minaj was in the same fucking movie, Barbershop 3?
Barbershop, yeah.
Seen her sex tape.
Yeah. For real.
TVG sex tape, Eve.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that happened. It was what it was, but
almost was Mike Tyson sex tape. She got out of there.
Yo, that's funny as hell, yo. That's hilarious, yo. Yo, that's super funny, yo.
Is funny as fuck. The Locks
got
was
crazy. Yo. But you have to poke Mike, bitch.
Yeah. The Locks was like, we might have to poke Mike. I was like, damn. Mike getting a little touchy. Yo, nigga, chill, homie. Yo, that's my sis. Fall back.
All right, fellas. It's time to pop it up and get up out of here. We enjoy our days. Gotta hit the gym, fam.
Have fun, homie.
Kids.
see me with the logo on the shirt. Got to rep myself.
I seen it. Yeah.
So
see, if you was a rapper, you be that LL nigga, big muscle. You showing muscles and all that, dog.
I'm out.
Showing off your chest for the ladies.
I'm out, yo.
It's only one LL, man. I'm not licking no chocolate syrup with no kneecaps. Never be an LL.
Oh, come on, nigga. Not your girl. You ain't gonna do that for your girl, man. Come on.
No.
Don't go there. Yeah, whatever.
It doesn't hold the same effect of picking up a random girl at 2 p.m. Girl, cool. But not a random chick. She don't know where she going. You know, girls like asking, where are we going?
Yeah.
Boy, was she in for a surprise. Hey, this is Bars and Shots, episode 174. We out.
See y'all later, man. Peace.
All right.
Word.